The first flu pandemic in 40 years turning into a big bust for pharma. Drug makers who expected a potential $7.8 billion sales windfall on the swine flu vaccine now seeing sagging demand, surplus stock, and a milder flu outbreak. Pharmaceutical analyst Jeffrey Kraws, CEO of Crystal Research, joins us now for what's ahead for the drug makers. What happened here, Jeffrey?
Well, a couple things took place. First of all, you saw an early reaction from the World Health Organization alerting people. The individuals out there became well aware of the fact that the H1N1 was something very serious to take into consideration. People were utilizing hand sanitizers whose sales skyrocketed. You saw a lot of people taking extra precautions, and then you saw the virus not ramp up as fast as people were anticipating.
All right, so as far as the effect for pharma, I understand that several countries are basically trying to claw back their money. They don't want to pay pharmaceutical makers for what they are contractually owed. Can they do this?
Well, you probably might be able to do it, although they signed the contract that they shouldn't do it. You've seen Germany, France, UK, and Spain pull back on their orders. France has tried to cancel 7 million of the 16 million doses that they already had lined up. Obviously, if you're a company that has a pandemic next time and you cancel doses of a vaccine for this time, I'm sure you're not going to be on the top of the pharmaceutical company's list to be provided with a vaccine.
James, I mean, this is a fascinating, and I did not know this was happening until very recently. This is fascinating for the pharmaceutical companies because of that we did not get the H1N1 pandemic we thought we were going to have.
Right, and actually the real sort of disadvantageous story to this is that the world really responded so well to this threat of a pandemic with true lethality that didn't turn out to have the lethality expected. What we're worried about is now the next time you have something that really is lethal, that the public is going to say, you know, swine flu wasn't that bad, avian flu was supposed to be bad, it didn't come through. What I'm really worried about is you are going to get one of these things mutate into a really nasty virus, and people are going to just, you know, have the Chicken Little syndrome.
Jeffrey, you think that's possible?
Yeah, it's definitely possible. But this time, you know, you had almost 13,000 Americans die from this particular strain. It could have been a lot worse. You generally, from the flu, will have 500,000 people worldwide die a year. And the situation that James pointed out is exactly something that could happen. The response from the World Health Organization was excellent. People took a lot of precautions. H1N1, you're still not out of the woods. It could come back in the spring. It could come back next year in a mutated form, and it could be devastating. So you don't want to take this lightly. And certainly, I think the World Health Organization's response was good. Pharmaceutical companies, unfortunately, are going to get the short end of the stick on this one, as they're going to see their sales, the expectations from sales, decline probably 15 to 20% from where analysts had anticipated they would be.
All right, Jeffrey Kraws from Crystal Research. Thank you very much. Very interesting stuff. Thank you very much, sir.